Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with August's Iron Crafter Challenge. And the challenge for this month is flowers. And I have tons of flowers in different collections, even though I'm not a florally type of person. I have come to find that I have flowers in a lot of my things and collections. I'm going to use these pictures of surprising my mom for her birthday. And I'm going to use this Vicki Boutin premix page. The purple here matches this exactly. Like I have a flower that disappears into the page because it matches so well. So I've got my papers. I've got my flowers. I have some little wordy bits from the same stash and my pictures. So let's see how this goes. So this is like a brown, and this brown is the same color that is in some of the florals that I am using. They are chipboard flowers that came from something I got off Facebook Marketplace probably 8 years ago, maybe a little less time, maybe 5 or 6, but it's been at least 5 years. And I've used some things out of this. It was a huge stash of like chipboard alphas, chipboard wordy bits, flowers. There's some that are holiday. There's some that were spring. It's just like a plethora. And they got stuck in a drawer and I never use them. So I found them not that long ago and I'm like, I put them in another drawer like usual. And then when I got the notice that our challenge for this month was flowers, I thought, oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do. So I pulled these out and I thought I'll find a paper that works well. I did not realize, and you can see that purple up there at the top. It is such an exact match. It's crazy. So I was excited about that. I do pull a lot of the chipboard layers off, quite a few of these, for a couple of reasons. One, it's going to make this a heavy layout to have all those chipboard flowers. And I can't really do too much layering because it'd get too thick, it'd get too heavy, and it would look really chunky. So I don't want to do that. I'm going to pull the layers off, honestly, more than not. And so but I wanted to use kind of a thicker paper, so I decided I'd look for one of my premix papers because it's a little thicker, that would work, and that worked out really well for me. And then I pulled all the flowers that were on there. Were 4 different little, like 6x5 chipboard pieces, and I just pulled as many as I thought would work. I wanted to lean kind of towards the yellow because the dessert that was my sister made was a lemon trifle. But I wanted to also lean towards the purple because of the paper. And I didn't mind bringing in the teals and the blues and things like that. A little bit of green. There was some like red and stuff with some of these flowers, and I steered pretty far from that. And I really didn't bring in any pink either, now that I'm looking. So I mostly stuck with like the purple, the blue, the yellow, the green, and then the brown. So that teal is probably the most unique color, I guess. There's a couple other little bits of it, but mostly that yellow and the blue and purple. I'm going to use this title says happy birthday, and because of that I want to make sure to add this flower that's got that same color. And then I'm going to use a wordy bit for the title that also has that same yellow color. And then I'm also going to add in a journaling space from a pocket card. I have pocket cards. I don't use them. I forget about them. And so I would try and bring them in for journaling if I can think of it. I did add these little bumblebees just to kind of extend the what's the word I'm looking for? The embellishments. That's not what I was thinking. But anyway, I wanted to, the design out a little bit. I don't mind that there's nothing on the outside of that white up at the top. There's a little splatter here and there from the paper, but I'm okay with that. It's not too much of a empty space, and extending it up a little with those little bumblebees I think helps. Tuck in some leaves. I pulled the chipboard layers off of pretty much all the leaves because I knew that they wouldn't tuck very well underneath. And then I just kind of go around and mostly just tuck all this that I can. And then I put this little flower. I felt like that happy birthday was way too much empty space. So I put this little blue flower with the green. And then I'm going to tuck a couple little leafy bits there. And then I'm mostly going to call it done minus the journaling card. And on that, I'm going to stamp the date and then make an actual note. This was my mom. My mom turned 80 this year. Back in May, and this was Memorial Day. We were at my cousin's house, and we wanted to surprise my mom. And so, because we normally don't get together for family birthdays, as in like cousins, aunts, uncles, and all of that, because there's just too many of us. But we still get together every month or every other month just to be together. But like my family, like my mom, we had a dinner for my mom, like with me and my sister and her family and my family. So we'll do that, but, we normally, don't do that with like the extended family anymore. After we all started, the next generation started having more children, and we ended up, with 30 people. It was really hard to accommodate. So we still get together and spend time together, but we, just don't specifically call out and celebrate birthdays. But we wanted to celebrate this one because my mom turned 80 in May. So my sister made this lemon trifle, and when my mom came around the corner, which is that middle picture, she was very surprised, and her first words were, that better not be banana, because my mother hates banana, which my sister does too. My mom knows that. So that's what made it all so funny. So I love these pictures. So I hope you will go check out everybody who's hopping along with the Iron Crafter Challenge and see how they used up some flowers on their layouts. And I would love it if you give me a thumbs up if you like my video and or my layout. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Your time is precious, and it means a lot to me that you chose to spend some of it with me. I hope you'll come back and see me again really soon. I hope you all have a great day. Hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.